2. Introduction. 3. History of bearings. For centuries, man had to rely on his own power to push or pull large objects over the earth. The concept of a bearing to lessen friction between an object and the surface over which it is moved is nearly as old as man himself. The first solution to relieving some of this sliding friction was recorded as early as 500 BC. It was then that Mesopotamians were using one of the first bearings known to man, an invention called the wheel, where the wheel and axle touched. They put a bearing made of leather or wood and lubricated it with animal fat. Ancient drawings from 1100 BC show the Assyrians and Babylonians moving huge rocks for their monuments and palaces with rollers, illustrating the basic bearing principle to lessen friction. But this was sliding, not rolling. Friction. The roller and ball bearings of today may bear little resemblance to their predecessors, but the concept has remained the same, to lessen friction. Today, bearings are used in almost every imaginable application, such as roller skates and bicycles, where two surfaces are turning or moving against each other. They are used in thousands of ways, from the minute internal workings of a clock to large turbine engines in a ship. The bearings with which we are concerned fit two basic categories: ball and roller. We will discuss both categories and cover bearing types, installation, operating conditions, maintenance and troubleshooting. In addition, we will feature one particular type, the tapered roller bearing, which has numerous fleet applications. The parts of a Baringa bearing. Smooth performance is assured by a combination of 4 basic working parts. Figure 1. Outer race, also called outer ring or cob. Inner race, also called inner ring or cone. Rolling elements, either balls or rollers. Separator, also called cage or retainer. The outer race, or cob, is the bearing's exterior ring. Since it protects the bearing's internal parts, it must be machined smoothly and accurately. The inner race, or cone, is the part of the bearing that sits directly on the shaft bearing part. For the rolling elements, shaped as balls or rollers, provide the cushion that eases the moving friction of the shaft within its housing. These elements keep the outer and inner races separated and enable them to move smoothly and freely.